ANGRYFAN 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man. Drop this shit.
We hear all these things. We hear all these shootings. Imagine what the cameras are not catching. Imagine what's really going on. And when some of the brothers in the neighborhood say, yo, the police is beating us up, they killing us, they doing this, we laugh, aha, y'all full of shit, y'all out there, y'all need to stop selling drugs, y'all need to stop being in gangs, y'all deserve it. Now, what's the excuse for them killing Alton Sterling like that?
Hey, hold on one second. Hey, Beasley, you on?
Yes. I'm hearing an interesting discussion going down as I'm coming in, and there is no reason, brother, to answer your question. No.
Definitely.
And that's what I'm saying. See, so what's happening now is that you have people. First of all, if I go right now, I'm a black man living in Brooklyn, New York. If you take me and you put me in any other neighborhood in New York City where I'm not aware of the culture, not aware of the people, I don't understand certain things. So if you put me somewhere, I don't understand how they hang out, how they walk, how they talk, how they just. That's what culture is. Because everybody likes to use this word culture, but they don't even understand the word culture. Culture is the actions of people, how they walk, how they talk, how they dress, how they correspond with each other. That's what culture is. So if you take me somewhere and put me around somebody else's culture and I don't understand some of the simple things that's non-threatening and then it's not bad according to this culture, I might look at it, if I don't understand, as being weird and different because we don't do that in my culture. So when you taking these white cops and you put them in certain neighborhoods around certain people, a black man out on the street selling CDs, they looking like, who the hell does this anymore? This is panhandling.
Mm-hmm.
This is begging. You're not a vendor. Where's your vendor's license? Not knowing that this is the norm. This is what a lot of black men do to get money, you know, because he could be selling crack. He could be robbing people. He could be doing things. Even them accusing Big E, Eric Gardner, rest in peace, of selling Lucy's. This is what's done in our communities. They sell Lucy's. Oh, it might be illegal, even though selling CDs can be illegal. But this is a form of how they gain capital. It's not harming anybody. It's not killing anybody. So when you have somebody from a different culture come around and say, well, what the fuck are you doing? You're selling CDs? Who the fuck sells CDs? They don't even understand. So in their mind, it's illegal. They have quotas to make. His life is expendable. His life doesn't mean anything to them because, look, Shabazz' disciple made a song called Death Be the Penalty like 20 years ago. And he said, and I quote, matter of fact, listen to Death Be Your Penalty. I want y'all to hear that record, and then y'all tell me what he said.
Okay.
But basically,
what's crazy about this whole thing, too, is that, you know, even and beyond that, right, let's just say he was hostage, right? Let's just say, you know, for argument's sake, let's just say he got hostage. I mean, it's evident on the video that he got tackled from behind and wrestled to the floor, right? Even if he was hostile and he got down onto the floor. Now, one thing that people have to think of, he may have moved slightly, you know what I'm saying? But that's naturally what happens. If you're laying against concrete and you have 400 pounds of pressure upon you, two cops, your bones are going to go into the concrete. You're naturally going to adjust to get your spine off a brick or whatever. So you might move slightly. But let's just say he was bucking and going crazy. They had already had him secured. So at that point, the police have 5 different weapons. They have pepper spray, they have a knife, they have batons, and they have tasers, and they have a gun. They skipped over all the stages and went straight to the most lethal form of protection that they had. The man was secured. His arms were down. He was pinned to the floor. The reason why you have batons, pepper spray, and all these other weapons is because if someone does resist, you use those forms to control them first.
Non-lethal.
The gun is only, non-lethal forms. The gun is the last resort. Now, I can understand if the guy had his hands around the cop's throat and he had to pull the gun out in haste and he hit him, but the guy was already secured, and then he had a conversation with him before he shot him. A calm with an attitude. Like, yeah, move again, I promise you I'm going to shoot you. Yeah. You know, and then after you see him get shot, you don't see them check a pulse. They didn't even hit the movie joint. We be like, oh, my God, get him, boss. And they,
listen, Shabazz's disciple, I got to say it. because I want y'all to listen to the record, but because the video is so dope. But he said the justice system is his, the court will only acquit him, and 85% of y'all are going to hell with him. He said that 20 years ago in Death Be the Penalty. If you look at how many cases of black men and women who were killed by police, it has never been a conviction.
Right.
Since it happened.
And that's the problem,
Since it
man.
happened.
They try to
But let me give y'all a jewel, because I can't stay on long, but let me give you a jewel. I'm gonna speak about this further on my channel, Doggie Diamonds TV. You know I gotta plug that.
Of course.
Let me tell you something about resisting arrest. When you get disciplined by your parents, whether it was your mother, whether it was your father, whether it was your grandmother, whether it was an uncle, no matter who it was that disciplined you, even if it was physical discipline, they never, ever, ever twisted your arm. They never slammed you on the ground. And they never dropped a knee on your head while you was on the ground. They never held your legs while you was on the ground. So your body, as a human being, a person that's a living, breathing human, naturally will resist that somebody twisting your arm. You know why? Because it's not right and it fucking hurts. So even if you lay on the floor and somebody drops a knee on your head, you're naturally going to react to just getting kneed in the fucking head while you're on the floor. That's not resisting arrest. That's called being a human being. So when has your mother ever said, get your ass on the floor and twisted your arm and slammed you? So you never experienced these things in your life. Why are these men and women being taught to slam people on their head? And we done seen cases where dudes have been complying and they still got slammed and they still got their arm twisted. They still got choked. When has your mother ever choked you? And this is the highest disciplinarian that you will ever face in your life, your parents or your caretakers or whatever case may be. You've never gotten choked by your mother or never got slammed on your head by your mother. So what gives another human being the right to ever slam you on your head and choke you? I don't give a fuck who they are. So you're naturally going to fight because your body, your brain, and your spirit tells you that this is not right and I should fight back because I am being brutalized. Who doesn't fight when they're being brutalized? Are you just going to stand there and have somebody choke the shit out of you? You understand what I'm saying? So they make up this resisting arrest. They fuck you up and then say you're resisting. I done seen instances where it was men laying on the floor and the fucking dog was biting them and his arms were stretched out on the floor and the dog was still biting them. You know what I'm saying? So with this resisting arrest thing, that shit is bullshit. You naturally supposed to fight when somebody is harming you because your brain tells you to do that. You can't untrain your brain to defend yourself, especially if you never, ever, ever experienced that in life. Your mother never choked you. Your grandmother never slapped you and threw you on the floor. They never did no. You might have got spankings. You might have got discipline. But you never, ever, ever got a knee dropped on your fucking head. You never had 5 guys wrestling you to put your arms behind your back. You never had your face on the concrete. So what gives them the right to do something that your own mother can't do to you? And on top of that, if you discipline your children in any way in these days and times, it's illegal. You can't even discipline your children no more. So you can't discipline your children, right? So they grow up unruly. So the only people that should be able to discipline your children is the police and kill them and get away with it? So that's what I want to say about that. So that's why people resist arrest, because your mind and your spirit tells you, this motherfucker's breaking my arm. Because what do they say a lot of times? You're hurting me. You're hurting me. Put your hands behind your back. All right, my hands is behind my back, and now they want to put the cuffs tight on you. So anybody who's experienced that in their life, you know, I know it, and it is some people who are unruly. It is some people who do these things, and I just tell all the brothers and sisters out there, listen, there's a difference between being detained and there's a difference between being arrested. If the cop tell you to put your hands behind your back, just ask them, am I under arrest? If they say you're under arrest, don't say nothing. Just exercise your Fifth Amendment. Yo, you got the right to remain silent? Remain silent. Don't say nothing because you're already going to jail. You can't talk your way out of nothing. They already made up their mind to arrest you. If you're being detained, don't say nothing. But I know why a lot of brothers resist, because you're fucking being hurt. Who let somebody just choke them? I mean, let's be real. Are you going to stand there and let anybody choke you? So just because they have this badge, they allowed to just choke the shit out you? How did that end up for Eric Gardner? He said, I can't breathe. You know, and if he really wanted to fight them, he probably would have fucked all of them up. But he wasn't resistant, and he still got choked to death. So we starting to have the mentality of, shit, we might as well fucking fight. If that's the case, I'm going to die anyway. I might as well get mine. I'm not going to die not knowing I didn't get mine. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not hashtagging. I'm not fucking marching. I'm not praying. I'm sick and tired of all that shit. None of that shit is getting us nowhere. Jesse Williams just made a speech a week and a half ago predicting what was going to happen in the next week and talking about what happens prior, and all motherfuckers want to talk about is, did Joe Budden burn Drake?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We got to start using this entertainment shit as just that and just refocusing some of our energy a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we got to refocus some of our energy because we being murdered out here, and all of us are at risk. And when you have people like me who try to enlighten people and show people things, I get called a smart, dumb nigga, a lost nigga, and all this fuck that conscious shit and all that. But then the next day, we see one of our brothers gets murdered right in front of us. He got murdered for the world to see. So how do you tell your sons and daughters are going to grow up afraid of police? Because you better be afraid for your sons and daughters, because you never know when your son is going to go outside to get a bag of Skittles and a goddamn iced tea and won't make it home. So we got to pay attention to what's going on, and we got to find a proper strategy to deal with all of this shit. And one of the ways that we can harm these people is that we got to start taking our dollar and having them respect, because they respect money. Stop going online for them fucking Jordans. If Michael Jordan is not speaking out for the ailments that's going on for his people, because it is his people, don't give him no more fucking money. That's it. Enough is enough. We not buying Jordans no more. We boycotting Jordan. The motherfuckers ain't. If these athletes is not speaking out, we boycotting all of their clothes. We boycotting the fucking. If the rappers ain't speaking, we not downloading their shit. We not streaming their shit. And y'all gonna have to stand on something, because look what's happening. Yo, you next. Everybody listening right now, you're next. What makes you exempt? The police where you live is racist too. I don't give a fuck what part of America you in. They racist too. And some of the black cops are worse than white cops, because they got to show the white cops that they have more allegiance to that blue badge of honor than they do being black. So what's happening now you got the black cops going crazy and being extra. You ever just see a black cop and he was just extra, like, yo, what's wrong with you? You understand what I'm saying? You know how it is. You know how we are. You know how we hang out. Now you can't even hang out. You can't do nothing. What are we supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? What are we supposed to do? 3 dudes standing together, it's a gang now. No loitering signs are every fucking where. But I go in my neighborhood where I live, is gentrified. I see like 10 white people walking down a block, and police don't fuck with them at all. That's okay. They sitting on their step. They drinking Budweiser. They doing all types of shit. And that shit is okay. That's perfectly fine. But the minute we sit around and do anything legal, we're loitering. We got calls about y'all being out here. Y'all know this shit, so y'all going to have to start paying attention. Y'all going to have to start picking up some fucking books and reading and really paying attention to what's going on. How is so many black people being murdered, and it's a black president in office, right? Let me tell y'all something. When Obama leaves, you either going to vote for a feminist in Hillary Clinton, or you're going to vote for a racist in Donald Trump. That's the only 2 people you have. When Obama leaves, do you think any 2 white presidential candidates give a fuck about black people? You know what they going to say? Y'all had 8 years with somebody who didn't help you. Why the fuck should I help you? We in trouble. You know what I'm saying? We in trouble. So y'all better wisen up. Listen to this rap shit. That shit is cool. But there's more important things going on. You know what I'm saying? Talk to your people. Talk to your homeboys. Join organizations. Start doing shit within your community. That's why I put out the video of I don't respect drug dealers, because they the ones cheapening our community and poisoning our community. They the ones fucking shit up, and we need to stop supporting these rappers who talk about selling crack and drugs to our people. We need to say fuck all of them. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Cass.
No, I was gonna say, B, you still on?
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about it? About what Doggie just said?
No, I mean, I think he said made some very powerful points. I'm just taking in the jewels, you know what I mean, that he's giving to the people. But, you know, I just want a lot of people to be aware of the media too, because they constantly put a swing on. They put a big swing on these things, try to manipulate your mind into going.
Let them know who owns the media, though. Let them know who owns the media and controls the media.
So
the same agencies.
Right. You got the same agencies that control the police and everything else that's oppressing us. But you got your Fox, you got your CNN, especially like Fox News. They'll put a swing on it where they'll get somebody to come in, like a Tom, like Stacey Dash, or you know, one of these other people to come in, and they'll say something along the lines of, well, you know, why don't you guys march when there's black on black crime? Well, black on black crime is an issue, and we should be alarmed about that as well. However, there's a disproportionate amount of black unarmed black men being killed by the police than there is white men by the police. So that is the issue at hand that we're discussing. I mean, there's a lot of white on white crime. Wait, let me finish though, Doggie. There's a lot of white on white crime also, right? But the reason what they do is they'll bring out these statistics of black on black crime, and they'll compare it to the amount of people that have been killed by the police. And of course, because this is the United States of America, it's going to be higher. So they'll try to focus you to pay attention to that, as opposed to looking at the issue at hand as why we're getting executed and murdered. And the difference is that when there's a black on black crime, if Johnny kills Tommy, you can best believe Johnny's going to be in custody within 48 hours, and he's going to get the maximum penalty for killing Johnny. Because they're going to get rid of one, and they're going to put one in slavery in jail for the rest of his life. They're getting convicted for black on black crime. We're not, these police officers not getting convicted. They're not being held accountable. They're getting probation or, you know, modified death duty. And they're getting returned to their firearms. They're joining other police departments in other counties and districts. So there's really no penalty here, and it's just, again, sending the clear message that there is no penalty for killing us. But as the point that I was making was, you just have to be careful of the media and how they try to distract you and swing away from the attention or make them, well, he was slightly resisting, so the cop felt he was in danger. Had he had not moved, you know, after, of course, you know, I mean, the guy was pinned down. You know what I'm saying? He was on his back. He was already secured. There was no getting up. One of his arms was pinned and the other one was pinned. There's no way he's moving, okay? So even if he's there, that's what the taser is for, if you believe that he's a threat, or the pepper spray, or any of the other weapons that you're given as an officer. You know what I mean? He went to the most lethal form of punishment and shot him and killed him. You know what I mean? So don't be distracted from that. Pay attention to that and just watch out for, you know, these statistics and these other things that they try to bring up regarding the black community or crime within our community as a way to distract us from the issue at hand. The issue at hand is that we are getting killed in alarming numbers, and there's being nothing done about it. There's no there's no punishment being issued to the people who are committing the crime.
And what I wanted to add on to what he was saying was, in my honest opinion, there's no such thing as black on black crime. There's a such thing as crime. Crime is crime.
Right.
I didn't know crime had a race on it, but that goes back to what the brother is saying, that the media spins that and made up the term black on black crime to justify what they do to us. Because if you live, if I don't give a fuck if you're on a reservation and the natives kill each other, you never heard them say Native American on Native American crime. You never heard them say white on white crime. You never heard them say Chinese on Chinese crime. You never heard none of those terms. Only terms you ever heard was black on black crime. That's all you ever heard when it come to crime. But I tell you to watch the ID channel for an hour. Watch these channels and you see white people killing their whole family for insurance money or cheating and all types of shit. You don't never hear anything about that. And the media does spin things because it's used as justification for what they do to us. And like he said, they're going to get one of these Tom-ass motherfuckers, the Stacey Dashes, because Stacey Dash is an actor. Why is she not in movies? Why is she always speaking on political shit like she knows anything? She's a hired gun, and we react to everything. We got to stop reacting to shit. We got to know when we're being trolled. We got to know when people are just fucking jerking our chain and pulling our chain. And I'm going to predict it. Something's going to happen in the next few days to change the focus, and everybody's going to change their focus. There's going to be something in entertainment that's going to happen in the next couple of days, and everybody's going to forget about the brother who just got killed, and we're going to be talking about some award show or some new record or some shit. The hashtag shit only lasts for like 2-3 days. The protests only last for like 2-3 days until the next big wave come on. We didn't learn from Eric Gardner. We didn't learn from Sean Bell. Or what about Amadou Diallo? We forgot about all of that? What about Eleanor Bumpers? Did we forget about these people who were murdered? So this is what I'm saying. This is going to keep happening, but all we want to do, if we can't drink it, smoke it, fuck it, or eat it, we don't care. And we hashtag and we protest, right, because it's a good thing, because social media, but how many of y'all actually went somewhere and say, you know what, fuck this store because your Arab motherfuckers is in our neighborhood selling cigarillos to little kids and shit like that, and we tired of y'all, and you're not kicking back to the community. So none of us is buying shit from you no more. Or you going to order Chinese food tonight? When y'all going to start protesting people who not kicking back to where you live at, who take all your dollars and all your money and send their kids to college in the best schools while we living in destitute poverty, just trying to outprove who ain't broker than each other? We the only ones who trying to mask our poverty by buying new sneakers. If you could count your money, you broke. If you could count your money, you're broke.
If you opened up, I tell people this all the time, if I opened up a Chinese restaurant in a Chinese neighborhood, nobody would order that shit.
You probably got like 30 days because they'll get your ass out of there.
If they knew that I owned it, even if I had Chinese cooks, but if they knew that I owned it, they would not buy there. No one would eat there. Only we do stuff like that.
Listen, we hate each other so much that if you open up a damn soul food restaurant in your neighborhood, they not gonna buy from it. Because the first thing they gonna say is fuck that nigga. That's the first thing we say about each other, and that's what they did to us. They made us believe that we hate each other so much, and we started hating each other so much, or for you can't trust each other. Yo, you can't trust no niggas. Don't trust no niggas. How could you not trust nobody? How could you not trust somebody who never did anything to you, but trust the people who did everything for you for over 1,000 years? I was walking past this white lady car, and she locked the fucking door, and the shit made me laugh. I was like, it's kind of funny because she think I'm going to steal from her when her people stole my people. I should be locking my fucking door when y'all white people come around me because y'all the thieves and the murderers. You know what I'm saying? But they make us believe that it's us, that's the thieves, the murderers, and the liars. How was this country built? It's the bastard children of Great Britain that came here. That's why they had everybody was the other day, red, white, and blued out, cooking out, getting a plate of food for the 4th of July. But what was going on in the 4th of July in 1776? Where was our people at? So this is what I'm saying. Give them back their fucking holidays. Your holiday is Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? Start learning about yourself. Give them back their shit. It's not yours. It's theirs. Give them back their shit. And stop trying to always be entertained because did y'all know that clowns is really to make fun of black people? Did y'all know that?
Clowns really make fun of black people?
Look at the first clowns. Remember the early clowns? All of them had afros and big nose and hand-me-down clothes.
Yeah.
And their face was painted. But when they made fun of black people, what they had on blackface, if you take the blackface and you turn it white and you put a big nose on and put an afro on, white people didn't have afros, so why did all the clowns have afros? You understand what I'm saying? Simple shit like that people just don't pay attention to because you don't give a fuck. Because if you can't eat it, you can't smoke it, you can't drink it, you can't fuck it, you don't care. Why, it's real shit going on in the world right under your nose, and it affects you, but you don't think it affects you because you high, you drunk, you worried about what fucking battle is dropping, and I love all these things. But it's a time and a place for everything. You allot the time to sit around and have some type of entertainment, and then you take the time to educate yourself and educate the people around you. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear that shit, Sharif. Oh, you trying to kick knowledge? Listen, this is the shit that's going to save your life. Education is going to save your life. And it's not all about even history sometimes. If you don't know your history, you're not going to know your present. But damn, y'all don't even know the present. Y'all don't even know what the fuck is going on. Y'all don't even know that Hillary Clinton, they just admitted that she committed a crime, but they not going to charge her. And she might be your president. And that's going to be the rise of feminism, where your girl going to come in the house and tell you, fuck you. Because that's what they're gearing towards. There's so much shit that they're prepping for and gearing towards, and y'all not even paying attention, because if they don't entertain you, you don't care. Motherfuckers just want to turn up every day. I never seen a generation of people who were so happy to be dumb and stupid and eat fucking pills and do all types of dumb dances and do all this little queer homosexual shit. This is the most snitching, fag fucking weirdo generation ever, and it's cool now. It's cool now. I'm like, how the fuck did this shit become cool for y'all to be like this, and there is no future in it? The average motherfucker is going to be dead by the time, or worn out, and they're stealing your organs out your body. They're stealing your organs. I bet y'all don't even know that shit. They're killing you, and they taking your kidneys, and they taking your organs. Every black man who got murdered by police, when they did an autopsy on them, they stole their organs out their body. Because it's a big market for organs, especially our organs. You have some people, niggas like Dick Cheney done have 4 hearts. 4 hearts. How the fuck you get 4 new hearts and some people can't get 1? This is what I'm saying, but you know, I don't like to really get preachy on y'all no more, and I don't really like to say shit. I just be sitting around quiet and I don't say nothing, because it's like, I'm not going to talk and shit falling on deaf ears. I'm not here to just talk to people and ain't nobody listen. I'm going to talk to those who are going to listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk to those because, see, I guess y'all got to hear it from certain people. You know, David Banner been saying shit for a while, but everybody want to listen when Jesse Williams say something. Why? Because he got a white mother. And that's just the realest shit. That's just the reality of it. And y'all look at people's stature, and depending on their stature is whether you listen or not. And that shit shouldn't be like that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm looking at YouTube channels where dudes ain't never give you no motherfucking information, and they got millions and a million subscribers on their channel, and I got way less than that, and I give you information. I'm like, so why did you watch my video but didn't subscribe? But you subscribed to this bullshit. But they got a saying in the lessons. Why do you love the devil? Because he gives you nothing. And that's how black people are. We love the people who don't do shit for us. And the people who do the most, we be like, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, most definitely that shit. Yo, Doggie, when's your next show?
My next show, what you mean my next show?
I mean, you know, your next upload or et cetera, whatever.
Oh, I just did one on drug dealers yesterday. I was going to do the one on resisting arrest, but I just gave it to y'all. I'm probably not going to do that. But I got a podcast that I'm starting. No Filter Podcast is coming. So y'all can go, on SoundCloud. It's SoundCloud / Doggie Diamonds No Filter. I'm going to be interviewing people. I'm going to be talking about crazy shit. A lot of people jumped in that podcast lane and swagger jacked my whole style, my whole attitude, everything. So I'm just coming back to reclaim the throne. They know what it is. Shout out to the homie Nori, Drink Champs. Make sure you fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother right there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm jumping in this podcast shit, and there's gonna be some shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I don't interview everybody and their mama, but I got a lot of shit that I'm working on. So the name of it's on SoundCloud though. And it's like I said, it's SoundCloud.com / Doggie Diamonds No Filter. I don't have anything up yet. I recorded one last night. I got one coming out. I talk about Troy Ave, and a new one talking about Troy Ave. I'm not going to say in what aspect because I think people are still. And I got one with Lethal Lips, the porn star. And I got a lot of shit coming, trust me. But this podcast, it's going to be that shit that y'all want to hear. You know what I'm saying? That y'all been dying to hear, coming from somebody who you know is sincere about the shit that I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then I've been going live on Ustream every now and again. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep it real with y'all. This Alton this Alton situation, I almost didn't even want to talk about it because we sound like a fucking broken record. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, here we go again. We're going to be mad. This is fucked up. All right, so now what we going to do? When we going to come up with a contingency plan of what we all going to do? And if you don't fucking follow the plans, my nigga, we ain't fucking with you too. That's what we need to do. We all need to figure out, okay, what can we do as a people to show them that we not fucking playing no more? Because we already done mobbed out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? We already hashtagged. We already held up picket signs. We need to find something that we all going to do as a people. You know what I'm saying? And fuck Black Lives Matter, too. I just want everybody to know that. Don't support Black Lives Matter because they don't give a fuck about black lives. They're funded by a Jewish man by the name of George Soros, and they fight more for gay rights than they do for black people. Look that shit up for yourself. So you got to be careful with some of these black organizations who act like they're for black people, because some organizations are integrationalists, and they're going to integrate us into shit that don't have nothing to do with us. So whenever you have a Jewish man that's going to fund a black organization, you already know what that means. It has to be sanctioned. Just like Essence Magazine, just like BET. You know, remember BET used to have like Teen Summit and all these shows on there that was dealing with the situations and things that was going on in the community with black people, and they took all that shit off TV and put on Ratchet TV, right on Black Entertainment TV. You understand what I'm saying? So pay attention. But who did that? The minute BET gets sold by Bob Johnson, was a black man, to Viacom, which is white-owned, you think they're going to put shit on there to educate black people? They don't give a fuck if we educate or not. The dumber we are, the better. You know, so y'all just got to be mindful of a lot of shit. Y'all just be happy that I get a chance. Angry Fan Movement, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been rocking with me from the beginning, you know what I'm saying, of my inception, and I've been rocking with y'all. I'm seeing y'all growing, doing y'all numbers. I always laugh in the cut. Yo, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing to my nigga Caps too, man. Cut it out. Y'all niggas ain't hitting on shit. Y'all niggas is pussy. Everybody was talking about what they gonna do. You ain't gonna do shit. Just get mad. Take the criticism. It is what it is. We all gonna get criticized. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna agree with you, you know. But I just say, yo, even in disagreeing, it's just to cause dialogue. You know what I'm saying? If you had a whack battle, the nigga got the right to say your battle was whack. You know what I'm saying? Or he didn't like your battle. I say that shit all the time. How come nobody talk about beating me up? You know why? Because you know I'm going to pull up. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm available. You know? And I don't even want to fight nobody. That fight ain't against us. But y'all got to do better in battle. I seen some shit where motherfuckers was talking about bloggers ain't needed and all that shit. Get the fuck out of here. If it wasn't for bloggers, which I might be considered to be a blogger, which I don't mind, if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't even be talking about y'all rappers because y'all not even hot. Y'all don't even make hot music. What are y'all doing? Battle rap is only an event every now and again. So what's going on in between time, in the meantime? Y'all ain't doing shit. Getting your head gas, y'all broke, y'all live at home. You know what I'm saying? And it is some brothers out there that's doing the right thing. It is some sisters doing the right thing. But it's a lot of gas. This internet shit gas a lot of y'all battle dudes, and y'all starting to bite the hand that feeds you. And who feeds you is the people. So with the people speaking, Angry Fan is a movement that's speaking for the people. How you going to talk about the people? The minute you talk about the people, you a rap. And we got a right to critique y'all motherfuckers if y'all not doing the right thing. Just like if I was slacking on my interviews, if I was slacking on something, and I know when I'm slacking, I know when I'm full of shit, I know when I gave a half-ass effort, and somebody come and say, yo, fuck is wrong with you doing? You're supposed to pull my coat. You know why? Because you care. And a lot of times he don't say shit in a malicious way. It's not to be malicious. It's not, but, yo, y'all be fucking up, and y'all are human. Nobody's above reproach. I don't give a fuck who it is. You know what I'm saying? Angry Fan done made a lot of motherfuckers. And if it have to break motherfuckers, that's what it is. Because they look at Caps because he is the so-called leader of the Angry, but it's called Angry Fan Movement. Movement means a bunch of fucking people moving straight up and down. You know, so if it's something not right with shit, yo, we gonna get chastised. People gonna say shit. That's what it is. Why motherfuckers want to fight? I'm confused. Like, what are we fighting for? Because you don't agree with somebody? That's like the most immaturest, dumbest shit. But look, they want to fight you for not liking the battle. but they watch men get killed on TV by police, and they don't want to fight nobody. Nobody don't got no blows then, right? Ain't no angry rap songs, ain't no angry tweets, ain't no angry blogs. It ain't nothing. Niggas is quiet. You know why? Because they afraid to offend whitey. So, but they'll fight you though. But they're afraid to offend white people. They don't want white people to be offended, because if they offend white people, then they might not be able to get on Wild 'N Out. Because, you know, that's every battle rapper dream right now. I'm going to get on MTV, too. Shit, they put this nigga on there, I got to get on there. So they don't want to be that militant black man. And how could you be militant black man if you speaking what's right? I don't consider myself to be a militant black man. I'm just talking about what's right. The shit is plain as day. We don't even have to narrate that video of the cop killing homie. We could look at all the videos. We don't have to narrate it. The proof is in the pudding. This is what I'm saying. It's right there for us to see. So if you speak on something that's obvious to a fucking duck, that makes you a racist or a hater or something like that. You're afraid to speak about what's real until it's your child, and then you want all of us to come protest with you and get behind you? Get the fuck out of here. That's why I don't respect a lot of these rap dudes. Y'all just rappers. Y'all don't stand for shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't stand for nothing. And that's what I don't like. It shouldn't take, like, if we wasn't doing this right now, who doing this? Why it ain't 10 rappers in the studio right now doing a fucking song and saying, yo, we going to do a record, put it on iTunes, and donate the proceeds to homie's son so his son could go to college? Why they not doing that? Why do it take us to speak about shit? Why they not speaking about nothing? Why they not doing nothing? Why is a rapper right now taking 10 bands and throwing it on some funky-ass bitch head? Right now as we speak. Or talking about my watch, this, that, and the third. That's a slap in the face to us, because we the ones who fucking support that bullshit. That's what I'm saying. We got to shut their ass down, too. We going to stop supporting these niggas, too. Hold up. Y'all not kicking nothing back to the communities? Y'all not helping with nothing? No, we going to stop supporting y'all ass, too. That's what we really got to start doing, shutting everything down. Because when motherfuckers start losing money, that's when they start wanting to comply with shit. That's when they start wanting to say, okay, what am I doing wrong? What's the problem? So even with these battlers, when that money starts slowing up, you see niggas start doing small rooms and shit now. You know, this is what I'm saying. This is what happens. You get too cocky, you get too arrogant, shit gets fucked up. You got to be humble at all times. You know what I'm saying? Take the criticism. That come with anything. Y'all get criticized every day. I don't even get mad. You know why? Because even within criticism, there's some truth. It's just how you convey the criticism sometimes. Like if you get on the phone or you get into a post and you say, yo, you a bitch-ass nigga. Come on. You could have told me about myself without insulting me. That's the thing. Dudes don't know how to take criticism. If I didn't insult you, I didn't talk about your mother, your children, or your manhood, what are you mad for? Why do you want to fight? Because all you're going to do is get beat the fuck up. And for what? But this is what I'm saying. We want to fight, right? But we watching motherfuckers get killed, and they don't got no fight. No fight in them. But they want to fight you over a blog. You know what I'm saying? Look how stupid and immature that shit is. But these are the men and the women who's supposed to be carrying on. These are the people who are on the forefront. If you somebody, because this is another thing that was bothering me. I was seeing dudes bragging like I got 1 million views. And that shit is cool. But you ain't even got 10% of the money of 1 million views. Like, why are you bragging about having nothing? That makes no fucking sense to me. Why are you bragging about congratulations, you got 1 million views. That's a good thing. But how is that helping your family? That's not helping you. And something about us, we keep bragging about not having shit. I don't understand that. If you could count your money, you broke. You know what I'm saying? How is it that you have 1 million views and you're not set up for life? I'm just confused about what the fuck is going on with us, but it's a nigga mentality that we got, while everybody prosper off of everything that we got but us. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I could go on and fuck on all night and shit, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Yeah, it's all these fuck with you up here and shit. Yo, everybody just got a Doggie Diamonds. I'm gonna get you back up here next week. That's cool?
Yeah, nah. I mean, you already know, man. Anytime you call me, you see I was doing anything. I'm about to go ride my bike like 10 miles and shit real quick on this late night. You know, I got a lot on my mind. You know, it's a lot. Man, this shit be weighing on my spirit, man. I want people to know, man, this shit, like when you see that shit, man, how could you not cry as a grown man? You know what I'm saying? When I see his son crying like that boy just lost his father, man. That boy just lost his father. How could you not ball your fist up and get mad and not be ready to fight? But we got to understand, the fight can't always be physically because we going to lose that war. We outgunned. Why you think they want to get rid of everybody's guns? You understand what I'm saying? It's a deeper plot. Some shit we can't talk about on the telephone. We can't always discuss certain things. So we got to start meeting up, and we got to start doing things, you know, behind closed doors to strategize on how we could combat a lot of this shit. And we're going to have to start holding some of these white entertainers and some of these white rappers and some of these white websites accountable, and they're going to have to start speaking up. They can't always talk about the next beef that's going on and who's killing who and rap and all that shit, and we watching our people getting killed and they not reporting that shit. I'm tired of that shit too. You know what I'm saying? So if these white websites and these white rappers is not going to start talking about shit that's beneficial to you and they using your culture and they making money off you and they not kicking nothing back as far as knowledge or even doing anything for the community and the culture, y'all going to have to pull back that support from them. Because that's y'all fault. Y'all put them in these positions, and they say, aha, and they just run off and deal with their people and help their people, but they took all your money. That's what a culture vulture is. And that's what they've been doing, and that's what they continue to do. But if I fucking put up a video tonight and I'm talking about some fucking bitches and getting my dick sucked, y'all going to get mad at me talking about brothers out here getting killed and you talking about getting your dick sucked. But all these other motherfuckers don't have to do that shit. They don't have to fuck with it. They don't have to report what's going on. But I'm held to do it because I'm a black man. I got to be responsible by why everybody else eat off of bullshit and survive, but I'm supposed to subscribe to poverty because I'm supposed to always hold the hood down, and the hood don't support me. I need 1 million subscribers too because I'm the only one kicking this real shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down, day in and day out. And I ain't waver off my stance since I spoke. I ain't never changed. I ain't never switch up. I've been the same dude. But I shouldn't be impoverished and broke while y'all empower and enrich these motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm going to say. I done told y'all I love y'all. I done showed y'all love. And I'm not talking about one love and shit like that. I speak up for our people at all times. But I shouldn't be impoverished and broke, you know, and I'm here fighting because you think these corporations is going to give me money and fuck with me, and I'm sitting here talking what I'm saying? No, they going to fuck with the safe dudes. They going to fuck with the Stacey Dashes. They going to fuck with, you know, these cooning motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
That's why certain people got podcasts and all that shit. That's why certain people get what they get because they rewarded and they fucking agents. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about that further later on down the line because a lot of these dudes is agents. And I'm going to expose a lot of people, too. But we'll get into that soon, too. That's coming shortly. So, Angry Fan Movement, I'm about to get on this bike. It's hot as fuck in Brooklyn, New York. I'm about to ride 10 miles because there ain't shit else to do. And I need to ease my fucking mind because there's a lot going on in the world. And, you know, we just need to, you know, it's a lot of healing got to be done. I know everybody hurting right now, but I tell everybody, man, just hold your head, start reading, start strategizing, and just come up with ways and just your immediate family in your crib. Talk to your family. Explain to your children. Explain to your little cousins. You know, it's a lot going on in the world, and just try to keep everybody safe, man. Stop all this wanting to fight over blogs and stupid shit. Let's turn that anger into the people who we really need to get at because we not each other enemies. We didn't do it to each other. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, I got to run. We holler later on.
Definitely, man. Be easy, bro.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Peace.
ANGRYFAN 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man. Drop this shit. What up?